but someone's home.
Let's get this over with quickly.
Armorer. But yeah, there I would have even had to pay something like 500 coins, so that's a little bit too much for us at this moment. It wasn't my idea. You mean that it was the idea of those who started to try to kill me and all?
You like to dance close to the fire, don't you?
I don't know about that. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Yeah, everything needs repairing. Let's at least repair our little spark sword, then I have no money. Well, unless I can sell something to this guy. I can't really. Well, I guess we're out of money. I guess we gotta be going and earning something somewhere. Somewhere. I was thinking that where was I? But yeah. Korag Manor. I ain't gonna be going to any manors. No manors. What's this place? Shank Shovel. What was that Shank place? I think I heard that name before, but I don't remember if there was something specific. Like, is it a place to rest in?
So what's this regarding?
That's not nothing though. Shank. Yeah, Shank would have beds to sleep in, but it costs 10 gold pieces. I hardly have money, dude. I guess I'm gonna sell you something so that I could maybe go and sleep a little bit. What to sell? Planes, maybe. Restore intelligence. That's gonna already give me a decent amount of gold. 84 then. Good. Oh yeah, I didn't buy the bed yet. I want the bed. Now. Thank you. Yes. There. And hopefully there's not going to be an assassin on my bed room later on. Hopefully not. I didn't actually read where my bed was supposed to be. Not here, sorry. I guess higher upstairs. Maybe not here. Maybe this one. I guess this one. Nice logo there too and everything. Some people just eating about. It's a nice bed as such. Let's rest. Let's see, let's read a book now that we have woken from a nice little bed here. I think this is a good time to read a book. One of the better times to read a book. What do we want to read? Dawn and Dusk? Well, to be honest, we just woke up. Dawn and Dusk sounds good. Let's read Dawn and Dusk. Not too long even. The Book of Dawn and Dusk. The Book of Dawn and Dusk is a collection of sayings and aphorisms attributed variously to the tribunals and their saints and servants. Many of these sayings have become common clichés of everyday life in Morrowind. The following selection of slogans will illustrate many of the simplest notions that tribunal faithful. Oh, this is actually a good thing for felons that are ready to learn. Speak none but good of the gods. We can have no opinions about truth. That's an interesting one. Why can't we have any opinions about truths? Got any ideas, Chim Chim? Why would that be the case? Rumors flow from the House of Troubles. Well, that's, I'm sure, happens. Count only the happy hours. You're gonna lose a lot of hours, though. Then, if there's only the happy hours, well, unless you're really lucky and are all the time happy, but still, gonna lose a lot of hours. No child has a sinner's heart. Because it's a religion, I guess. Maybe. I guess. Truth just exists and there's no opinions about the truth, because truth just is the truth. Maybe. No child has a sinner's heart. Well, I certainly would hope so. Some horror movies, I'm sure, kind of think differently, at least in some cases. Let fate be your only law. But what if your fate is different than the laws of the place, laws of the city? What's gonna happen then? Like, for example, if my fate is that I can steal, and the law says that I cannot steal, then what's gonna happen? I would just be able to say that I don't believe into your law, so that should be all fine. Otherwise it'd be just a philosophy, maybe. Yeah, it's not really up for a discussion. Fear of the fool is the beginning of wisdom. That's interesting. Fear of the fool is the beginning of wisdom. This is an interesting book. Almsivi in every hour. If you say so. Walk always in the presence of your lords. Comfort is given, justice is taken. I guess I can understand that idea. Learn by serving. I assume the gods. From the heart, the light. From the head, the law. Interesting. Blessed Almsivi, mercy, mastery, mystery. Forge a keen fate in the crucible of suffering. So you gotta suffer so that you can have a keen fate. Engrave upon thy eye the image of injustice. Sounds painful. Death does not diminish the ghost guy guilds with glory. The ghost guilds with glory. Death does not diminish. Well, there is ghosts in this world after all, so it makes sense. Fate conquers all. Let us yield to fate. I'm sure some would disagree, but after all you believe, so you have the fate, so of course you would believe like that. Better to suffer a wrong than to do one. Interesting that they would actually believe like that. It's all pretty standard for a religious contract. A little bit, yes. The heavens are in their glory, applaud. But some are just like sentences. Folly secures its power to harm. Though forbidden to some, not to you. Okay, so what things are allowed in this exactly and what things are not allowed if forbidden to some, not to you? Oh, how rarely wisdom rules our hearts. Yes, that is quite of a shame. They're just trying to reach the word count now. Maybe. Blessed are we who serve Almsivi. 3 mouths sing, mercy, mastery, mystery. Okay, if you say so. Gather no seed in the fields of hell. I would not think that there is a lot of seeds in the fields of hell, but maybe there is. Maybe I'm mistaken. I guess it depends what is your hell like. Hoping we wouldn't go past the first phases. Maybe so, maybe more so. The tri-sealed house, which stands the storm. Okay. By bread and blood protect us all. Can cause or justice change with time? Arguable. Maybe they can. Why is there a question? How is that a... You're just asking a question from me. Now. I wouldn't have assumed that this would be actually just asking questions. Now it says that it doesn't know everything. Consider your end, mortal. Well, I consider it. Sure. Accept grace without limits. Enter the rhapsody of the god poet. Who is the god poet then? Is it like the writer of this book? Kneel before the teacher's chair. 3 hands, 3 hearts, 3 eyes. 3 hands, 3 hearts, 3 eyes. 3 hearts would be a little bit like 3 actual different people, but then all of them would have only 1 eye as well, and all of them would also have 1 hand. That's my image of that situation. Unless there's a being with 3 hands and 3 eyes, like the one in the middle, and then the 3 hearts just like need a lot more blood then pumping and all that. That's, I guess, one choice. I don't know. Keep no secret from your judge's scale. I'm very critical of this book. Forge darkness into light. Oh yeah, we want to bring darkness into the light. Okay, understood. Refuse neither brother nor ghosts. Ghosts are quite clearly very important for us. Blessed Almsivi, Drewbird, Life, Coast. That the sentence doesn't make sense to me. Blessed Almsivi, Drewbird, Life, Coast. Well, I guess it does. Like, first you are of course born into the world, then you live, and then you become the ghost. That's the normal cycle of things. Yes, okay, fine. From glowing ashes to the poet's fragile shine. Okay. If Vivek is for us, who can stand against us? Good question. Why is it a question? Fate, monstrous and empty, the whirling wheel of evil. I guess the question is supposed to make you think that no one is able to do that, and then it will confirm your fate and all that, I guess. Because you can immediately know that of course no one would stand against us when Vivek is on our side. Fate, monstrous and empty, the whirling wheel of evil. Fate is quite of a thing, yes. How black my heart, roasting fiercely. Interesting. These are meant as meditations, I think. Yes, well, our selection of slogans will illustrate many of the simplest notions of the tribunal faithful. Simplest notions. Common cliches of everyday life in Morrowind. So I'm not sure exactly if they're exactly all at least supposed to be meditations. Maybe some of them. So supposed to ponder them in a cave in the wilderness with hunger and thirst driving you crazy. Maybe so. Maybe you're right about that. Should we read another book? The True Nature of Orcs. Sure. We haven't read that yet. Was this a long? No, it's a really short one too. The True Nature of the Orcs. Orcs were born during the latter days of the Dawn era. History has mislabeled them beast folk related to the goblin races, but the orcs are actually the children of the Trinimac, strongest of the Almeri ancestor spirits. When Trinimac was eaten by the Teatrat Prince Poetina and transformed in that foul god's insides, the orcs were transformed as well. The ancient name of the orcs is Orsimer, which means the Barahwalk. They now follow Malauk, the remains of Triminak. Who is Malauk? He is more commonly known as the Deatrit Prince Malakat, whose spear is the patronage of the spurned and ostracized. The sworn oath and the bloody curse. He is not technically a Daedra lord, nor do the other Daedra recognize him as such, but this is fitting for his sphere. Of old he was Trinimac, the champion of the High Elven Pantheon, in some places more popular than Auriel, who protected them against enemies without and within. When Trinimac and his followers attempted to halt the felony dissident movements, Poetia ate him. Well, that's nice. Trinimac's body and spirit were corrupted, and he emerged as Malakat. His followers were likewise changed for the worse, despised by everyone, especially the violated Auriel. They quickly fled to the northern waste, near Sarthal. They fought Nords and Chimere for a place in the world, but did not get much. In Skyrim, Malakat is called Orki, or Oath Knocker, and his battles with Izmir are legendary. Interesting. Old Knocker is an interesting nickname. Though, gotta read some books on each time we play in the stream though. Gotta, cause otherwise it's not like we're gonna ever be able to actually finish all the books from here ever, if we don't read some of them from time to time. Besides, it's interesting to learn new information. Copper Kettle. Hello. Not really looking for anyone, but do you have some training? Well, you would, but not like I can afford it. Not like I can afford it in any way. So, oops. No, we were not close to any sort of water or the like, so that's unfortunately not a possibility. I do wonder where exactly Ebonheart was supposed to be. Maybe, did I see it in a journal where the Ebonheart might be? Did I see any sort of a guide into that place? No, just Ebonheart. Wonder where it is supposed to be exactly. There's at least a creature. Maybe I should just use the... I don't know. Should I use the way to get out of here? I'm not sure if I can survive from the enemies nearby. That's the problem. I'm not sure if I can. I ain't sure. So I might just go back to Mage's Guild and just plot here. Guild of the Mages. Well, do you find the books interesting at least as well?
Yes,
though?
Outlander, what do you want?
I'm wondering if I should be going and leaving from Galtera, that is.
I see you.
Sorry,
Yes,
but
hello.
it's like he's keeping it right next to himself. I don't know how I'm supposed to go and get it. Dude. Not sure how I'm supposed to exactly try to do that. I remember Alderaan was pretty middle too, I think. Yeah, I never read all of them either. I read some of them, but certainly I didn't read all of them. So I think it's just a good time to read now some of them. Yeah, books are interesting. Good. Guild of the Mages. Like, there should be times when we don't go and read all the time or some such, but sometimes it's nice to be able to read some of them. This is a proper teleportation area. I remember this area a little bit better. There might have been even the guy who could give us duties from this area, which might be worth looking into. I just don't remember how to exactly go around here and who was the one that would be giving duties. Or what kind of duties. Were you the friend? Yeah, I think Edwina Elbert is the friend of Jira. What's so important that you would interrupt my studies? If you must have duties for the Mage's Guild, I suppose I could think of something. So what duties could you be given for me? Yes, Evoker, there is something you could do for me. I'm looking for a copy of the rare Dwarven book, Chronicles of Nushleft. Chronicles of the Nushleft? It is a rare Dwarven tome. None of the Mage's Guild branches have a copy, and it is simply essential to my research. Would you be willing to find a copy for me? Well, I guess I could try to find a copy, but it's gonna be difficult to find it, but sure. Excellent. Here's 250 septins to cover your expenses. Time is of the essence. Chronicles of the Schnulleft. Wonder where I could find it. I simply must have this book for my research. Use the code I gave you to find a copy. Maybe one of the booksellers has one.
Do you need something?
Okay.
I can tell.
Okay. I need to find a book. It's definitely a different type of quest than there has been before. Hello, guys. You have quite a place here. Hello, Felain Sarati. My name is Vala Gadraso, and I run a little class for Outlanders new to Morrowind. You may find it easier to get along here if you know a little about Morrowind lore. I'm also a priest, and I'd be happy to talk to you about my trade. So, can you tell me about some Morrowind lore then? The first Dunmer nation, Restain, was ruled by the first council of the Tribunal Temple. The name changed to Morrowind when it became an imperial province. Our civilization has brought peace and prosperity to all Tamriel. We place our faith in hard work, education, and discipline. We prefer free trade and diplomacy, but are not ashamed to use force. So what is your background? Why do you teach the lore? Okay, you're just a priest. That's interesting, I guess. Well, thank you for the information. A little bit of information. Well, let's go up then. I think this is probably the place where we can exit. I assume. Not 100% sure. Who's there? Goodbye. Apparently I cannot talk to you a lot. Hello.
Ah, yes.
Himla.
What is it, Mutsara?
Services, spellmaking. Aye, we could try to be making a spell, so to speak. Not that I'm able to really... I don't think I have the money to even consider doing such a thing. Oh, I got, of course, the money for the book. I can't be using that money now, because I got the money for trying to get a book. Aldrun, yes. I remember this, what it approximately looked like, because it was a Redoran place.
Alright, I'm listening.
Yeah, this is middle of the ash storm, or some such now too. Proper storm going on. Redoran guards, yes, this is the Redoran town. Guild of Fighters. This ash storm does look quite something. Can't see almost anything. The rat in the pot. That has to be a bar of some kind. Seems like it, I assume. Quite of a place you got here. Tongue Toad.
We are not
You got a good name.
friend.
You don't look familiar. I'm Tongue Toad. Can I help you? Are you looking for some specific place here in Aldrun? Or is there something else you want? Can you tell me about Aldrun? Aldrun is the district seat of House Redoran, and as a large settlement, the Redoran council chambers are located inside the shell of an ancient extinct giant crab. Drak lead north to Margan and Knees villages and south to Palamora. If you say so. Yeah, with a name like Rat in the Pot, I can't see them getting many customers. You could say that, yes, I'm pretty sure that's the case. So, do you have any training? Well, you do, but I don't think I'm gonna do any of that, but... Guide to Aldrun. Well, I could buy that. I'm interested to buy that, sure. I'll pay the 3. Let's read Guide to Aldrun now that we happen to be around here. Sure. Oh, it's just a map. Oh, it's like a map where we can exactly see what's in where. So Aldrun is here. Galdera is a little bit to the south. Palmora is even more to the south. And then from here we could get to Marknar or to the Kneesis, and Coast Fence is going around there. Knarmok, Smuggler's Coast. Interesting. That wasn't too bad of a guide nonetheless, even though it wasn't about exactly reading anything, but... What do you want? Nothing. I don't have any recollection how you actually even joined the Thieves Guild. There was some way. Honor Among Thieves. The Black Arrow, Volume 1. Hey, it actually teaches me some acrobatics. Oh god, this is a long book, but I would like to read it. When we even got some training of acrobatics. Okay, I'm gonna read it. The Black Arrow, Part 1. It's even a Part 1, see, by Georgie Guy. I was young when the Duchess of Woda hired me as an assistant footman at her summer palace. My experience with the ways of the titled aristocracy was very limited before that day. They were wealthy merchants, traders, diplomats and officials who had large operations in Eldenwood, and ostentatious palaces for entertaining, but my relatives were all far from those social circles. There was no family business for me to enter when I reached adulthood, but my cousins heard that an estate far from the city required servants. It was so remotely located that there were unlikely to be many applicants for the positions. I walked for 5 days into the jungles of Fallenwood before I met a group of riders going my direction. They were 3 Bosmer men, 1 Bosmer woman, 2 Breton woman, and a Dunmer man. Adventurers from the look of them. Interesting. Are you also going to Moliva? Asked Prolissa, one of the Breton women. Hey, I knew it was a woman. After we had made our introductions. I don't know what that is, I replied. I'm seeking a domestic position with the Duchess of Woda. We'll take you there. To her gate, said the Danver Mission Akin, pulling me up to his horse. We'll take you to her gate. But you would be wise not to tell her Grace that students from Moliva escorted you. Not unless you don't really want the position in her service. Akin explained himself as we rode on. Moliva was the closest village to the Duchess' estate, where a great and a renowned archer had retired after a long life in a military service. His name was Hiomaste, and though he was retired, he had begun to accept students who wished to learn the art of the bow. In time, when word spread of the great teacher more and more students arrived to learn from the master. The Breton woman had come down all the way from the western reach of High Rock. Akin himself had journeyed across the continent from his home near the great volcano in Morrowind. He showed me the ebony arrows he had brought from his homeland. I had never seen anything so black. From what I've heard, said Kopale, one of the Bosmer men, the Duchess is an imperial whose family has been here even before the empire was formed, so you might think that she was accustomed to the common people of Valenwood. Nothing could be further from the truth. She despises the village, and the school most of all. I suppose she wants to control all the traffic in her jungle, thought Prolissa. I accepted the information with gratitude, and found myself dreading more and more my first meeting with the intolerant Duchess. My first sight of the palace through the trees did nothing to assuage my fears. It was nothing like any building I had ever seen in Valenwood. A vast edifice of stone and iron, with a jagged row of battlements like the jaws of great beasts. Most of the trees near the palace had been hewn away long ago. I could only imagine the scandal that must have caused, and what fear the Bosmer peasants must have had of the Duchy of Woda to have allowed it. In their stead was a wide grey-green moat circling in a ring around the palace, so it seemed to be on a perfect, if artificial, island. I had seen such high sights in tapestries from High Rock and the Imperial Province, but never in my homeland. There'll be a guard at the gate, so we'll leave you here, said Akin, stopping his horse in the road. It'd be best for you if you weren't damned by association with us. I thanked my companions and wished them good luck with their schooling. They rode on, and I followed on foot. In a few minutes' time I was at the front gate, which I noticed was linked to a tall and ornate railings to keep the compound secure. When the gatekeeper understood that I was there to inquire about the domestic position, he allowed me pass and signaled to another guard across the open lawn to extend the drawbridge and allow me to cross the moat. There was one last security measure, the front door. An iron monstrosity with the Voda coat of arms across the top, reinforced by more strips of iron and a single golden keyhole. The man standing guard unlocked the door and gave me passage into the huge gloomy grey stone palace. Her Grace greeted me in her drawing room. She was thin and wrinkled like a reptile, cloaked in a simple red gown. It was obviously that she never smiled. Our interview consisted of a single question. Do you know anything about being a junior footman in the employment of an imperial noblewoman? Her voice was like ancient leather. No, Your Grace. Good. No servant ever understands what needs to be done, and I particularly dislike those who think they do. You're engaged. I don't know if I can do a voice like an ancient letter, though, but I'll try to do my best, I guess. Life at the palace was joyless, but the position of junior footman was very undemanding. I had nothing to do on most days except to stay out of the Duchess's sight. At such time, I usually walked 2 miles down the road to Moliva. In some ways, there was nothing special or unusual about the village. There are thousands of identical places in Valenwood. But on the hillside nearby was a Master Heelmaster's archery academy, and I would often take my luncheon and watch the practice. Brolu's son Akin would sometimes meet me afterwards. With Akin, the subjects of conversation were very seldom strayed far from archery. Though I was very fond of him, I found Prolissa a more enchanting companion, not only because she was pretty for a Breton, but also because she seemed to have interests outside the realm of marksmanship. Is it a she? I assume she, yes. There's a circus in a high rock I saw when I was a little girl called the Quill Circus, she said during one of our walks through the woods. They've been around for as long as anyone can remember. You have to see them if you ever can. They have plays and sideshows and the most amazing acrobats and archers you've ever seen. That's my dream, to join them someday when I'm good enough. How will you know when you're good enough of an archer? I asked. She didn't answer, and when I turned I realized that she had disappeared. I looked around, bewildered, until I heard laughter from the tree above me. She was perched on a branch, grinning. I may join as an archer, and maybe I'll join as an acrobat, she said, or maybe as both. I figured that Valenwood would be the place to go to see what I could learn. You've got all those great teachers to imitate in the trees here, those ape men. She coiled up, bracing her left leg before springing forward on her right. In a second, she had leapt across to the neighboring branch. I found it difficult to keep talking to her. The Imga, you mean? I stammered. Aren't you nervous about that high? It's a cliché, I know, she said. Jump into an even higher branch. But the secret is not ever look down. Would you mind coming down? I probably should anyhow, she said. She was a good 30 feet up now, balancing herself, arms outstretched, on a very narrow branch. She gestures toward the gate, just barely visible on the other side of the road. This tree is actually as close as I want to get to your Duchess's palace. I held back a gasp as she dove off the branch, somersaulting until she landed on the ground, knees slightly bent. That was the trick, she explained, anticipating the blow before it happened. I expressed to her my confidence that she would be a great attraction at the Quill Circus. Of course, I know now that never was to be. That's not reality then. On that day, as I recall, I had to return early. It was one of the rare occasions when I had to work, of a sort to do. Whenever the Duchesses had guests, I was to be at the palace. That is not to say that I had any patrical duties except to be seen standing at attention in the dining room. The stewards and maids worked hard to bring in the food and clear the plates afterwards, but the footmen were purely decorative, of formality. But at least I was an audience for the drama to come. Then we gotta be finding the Black Arrow book too, someday, somewhere. Okay. Reading. Lots of reading. Lots of reading. Nope. Nothing I can see there. Exactly. What about in here? I do think that this is probably a little bit more of a thievery place, all things considering there was even the book about thief things. I just don't remember how to even join there if I would want to, but I'm probably not gonna do that anyways. Just gonna have a look at least. Yeah, doesn't really seem there's anything that interesting otherwise, but hey, I got a book to read. Got a book to read. Storm is still going on. Not too surprising as sus. I remember it stormed often here. That's a house that I cannot really go and lockpick. But yeah, anyways, this area is interesting when there's like this, indeed, like shell. That's an inn.
What now?
Argonian guard or whatever guard you are, Redoran guard. Inn. Yeah, I was thinking that the inn did look very similar to that place though. But that was not the inn, this is the inn. You're also just chomping away. That's fine, you can chomp away as much as you wish.
Make it quick, Outlander.
Okay. Muck. Tankard just left on the ground. I guess there's a lot of people who like to be drinking around here, which I guess isn't very surprising. The 5 far stars. Hey, this is real short, I can read that. Then, like, when I started to read, let's read more. The 5 far stars. This is a volume of verse collected from the wise woman of the Urshilaku Ashlanders. It consists of verses composed by Ashlander warriors, champions, and Ashthans, committed to memory by the wise woman and transmitted down the generations. May I Shrink to Dust is attributed to the long-dead poet and warrior Shesini Mush Manuel. Rise from darkness, Fred Mountain. Spread your dark clouds and green vapors. Bird earthquake, shatter stones. Feed the wind with fire. Flay the tails of the tribes from the land. Feed the burnt earth with our souls. Yet never shall you have your rule over me. Never shall I tremble or flinch from your power. Never shall I yield my home and heart. And from my tears shall spring forth the flowers of the grassland springs. That's a good little book. Then there's Aslan Hymns and the Book of Riddles. Book of Riddles seems like that would be fun to read sometime, but I don't want to be reading even more right away. I would kind of like to have these books so that we could read them later, but I'm sort of sneaky here. I gotta save at least before. I'm just feeling Sarati is way too interested in the idea of reading these books later. So, I'm sorry. I'm not taking more books. It's not even like they're necessarily that valuable, but just for the future, when we wake up, we can again read some book.
Quickly, Outlander.
Don't want to read everything right away. Wouldn't be very fun.
Go ahead.
Such a nerd. Yes, yes. Yo-yo. That's a funny name. Maybe you've heard the latest rumors come to Aldrune. Not really. Madness is a sickness in the soul. It comes from the lack of faith and love of sin. All this talk of bad dreams and bad omens, superstition. It's just a sign that people have abandoned the temple and fallen into the greed and wickedness. If you say so. If you say so. I guess I gotta believe you. Is there a bookshop anywhere in here? I would like to try to find some bookshops. Council Cup. I don't really care too much. I can't see anything in here. It's way too dark. Trinius Varian's house. Jens Sarandes' house. What's in here then? Other than the Redoran land house and all that, but yeah, this is bookseller. Would you even happy? Yes, I would like to say yes to all. There's probably another one of those tables that doesn't work somewhere, possibly. Yeah, I do have a light spell that I want to practice, but you yourself said that it was so bright that I was thinking that maybe it's just better that I use that. But fine, I'll cast a light next time if you want. God, so many books. So.
Go ahead, stranger.
Do you have a book that I need? Words of the Grandmother Amissi, Words of the Wind, Brothers of Darkness, 5 Stars to Mirror, Book of Riddles, True Nature of Orcs. Fake book? That's a weird one. Flora of the Damriel probably would be good if we want to be doing some alchemy someday. You're just making jokes. My ass can handle it. Yes, yes. I was thinking so, but I still thought that when we... Like, I was specifically thinking that I will use it at least for dungeons, but... 5 Songs of King Fulfhard. Frontier, Conquest, Guides, Lives of the Saints, Mr. Akavir, Mr. of Talara. I probably, if I recall correctly, maybe I should just talk to him and ask about it, and he would tell me that no one is gonna have it. No bookseller is gonna have it. Maybe, if I'm lucky. ABC for Barbarians. I gotta get that book. I gotta buy some books. I can sell The True Nature of Orcs. And what? Book of Dawn and Dusk I can sell. Those both I can sell. Was there something else I wanted? There's a lot of interesting ones, I saw. The Less Rude Song. Did I? No. Let's take the Less Rude Song. Verse of Clan Mother Anishi. So I'm already paying more than I'm getting. The Brothers of Darkness. Maybe I should still try to get that one. Not sure, to be honest, but I'm kind of interested to try to get it. Offer? Your mercantile skill increased to 7. Woohoo! I'm so good at mercantile. Yes, here it is. Chronicles of the Nushleft. Do you know anything about the Chronicles of Nushleft? Chronicles of Nushleft? It is a very rare book, but you might find a copy in Vivek. Aha. Well, hey, good to know. I might find a copy in Vivek. Good. Good. APC for Barbarians. A is for Atronach. B is for Bungler's Bane. C is for Gomberry. But there's no more. Seriously? Let's just sit 3 letters. That's pathetic. I'm very disappointed. Apparently, indeed, well, it says ABCs. For Barbarians, it just means that ABC. Well. 3 was maximum they could teach a Barbarian. Yes, now I know. Now I know. Specia Flora, Ruins, Sermons or whatever, Lives of the Saints, Birds of the Clan Mother. Pretty long book too. I'll need to read at some point, Skooma. I would at least think that it's pretty easy to recognize which books we have. I didn't come for you, Redoran guards. You came for me. What's supposed to be so important then, eh? Me about trying to just investigate books that might be interesting and interesting to read someday. Hey, book, woohoo! The Mirror, okay. Mirror is a good book. Oh, so many prehistories. Dude. Excuse me, sir, I'm trying to propose here. Well, he did force his way just through there. No, I don't need any help, just proposing. Yes.
This better be important.
You just got into there and now you're again like right there. I really don't need you here. I'm just browsing the books, dude. Ay, ay, ay. This guy. We went through this before. I ain't gonna move. Yeah, push yourself, stuff. Is there anything worse? Very true. Very true. So many books. So very many books. You just got all your gold coins like that out in the open. Yeah. There's one again. Some item here that is all broken. I have no idea what that is. Other than it's probably a table, yes, but I'm not sure how to fix that. At least it's just been that one that has been broken. If only I knew how to fix it, would be great, but I don't. Well, as such, it's not like it's too big of an issue that it's broken there, but it's a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying. I would love to know how to fix that. Pawnbroker. I guess I don't really need to go to the pawnbroker. Looks like a device by 0 error to me, possibly. Yeah, buy one off, possibly, but I don't really know how to fix it, which is a problem. I don't know what is exactly the issue there or where to find the specific one that would have to be fixed and all of that. But yeah, this is the so interesting looking as such. I do have to say that like this clan hall, like Lalu clan hall is very normal looking, but the Redoran place is pretty sweet as well. It's very interesting, very different. It would be nice to also play sometimes so that you would actually join into Redoran. I've never really gone through Redoran path, so it would be nice to join Redoran someday. Still very interesting and fun to come and look. Yeah, and this is sweet design, as I said, Tajunta. It's a very interesting. Like it said that it was like built inside a giant mud crab, which is like mud crab shell, a giant mud crab shell. It's kind of very interesting place to go and build your house. Better than Oblivion Skyrim for sure. Enchanter, but I don't think this actually sold me anything. Yep, how cool is that? And then it just continues into this sort of a place.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Lettervari Enchanter, I'm pleased to offer a fine selection of ancient items. Shall I tell you about my trade, or would you perhaps be interested in doing a little work for me? Or you are again one of these people who offer me work. What work? I sold a pair of splendid designer shoes, bearing the light enchantment. The radiant glow is practical as well as ornamental, quite useful for late evening gatherings. The purchaser, one Ienes Sarandas, paid me 120 drakes on account when he received the shoes, but he has failed to pay the balance of 120 septins in a timely fashion. If you would find this Ienes Sarandas and return the shoes, or the overdue payment of 120 golds he owes me, I will pay you 50 gold for time and effort. That's pretty fun. Maybe I could keep those shoes. So Ienes Sarandas, you know where they're supposed to be. The young fellow's family has lived in Aldrun a long time. His parents died recently and left him their house and estate. But Ienes has fallen in with a vast crowd. I believe he's taken to drinking expensive liquor and has incurred some gambling debts. He's a charming lad, everyone likes him, but he's not very sensible, and suddenly, becoming rich seems to have made him an irresponsible fool. So Ienes Sarandas. Okay, Sarandas household. Another one of those freaking table bugs. I didn't expect to be getting a work from here, but I did. Quite nice. Paper lantern. But yeah, this is definitely a cool place, but this would be more for a fighter. If you would want to be a fighter and join one of the great houses, this would be the place to come. Unfortunately, not really for a mage. So, yeah. Clothier. Too many of those tables. They annoy me quite clearly they do. Good day, Felensarahti. Or would you be interested in a little work, or you are offering work too? Do you know Ienes Sarandas first? Technically you're fighter base. Yes, technically yes, this is true, but I wanna join Telvanni. It's the problem, I can't join both of them. The young fellow's family has lived in Altruin a long time. His parents died recently and left him their house and estate. Yes, fast crowd, yes. So, what work would you have for me? I'm made a brocade shirt and silk pants for Ian Sarandas. He gave me half payment on account and said he'd pay the rest later, but it's been a week and I have my own bills to pay. Find Ian Sarandas, get over the payment of 360 drakes he owes me, or get the shirt and pants and bring them back to me, and I'll give you 50 drakes for your service. Sure. It seems Ian Sarandas has a lot of people. Yes, I am very much a Finnish person. Yeah, this guy, I see a pattern of behavior emergent. I have some sort of a recollection of this actually now that I'm starting to get more of this. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna be talking to more of these people if there would happen to be having more troubles with Ian Sarandas, so that we can at least be caught in all of those things at the same time and not just a few. Freaking bug. I need to do something about this bug. Okay, you don't have Merc. Then I have no anything with you. I have no business with you. But yeah, and also welcome to stream Prakaya. Prakaya. I don't know how you wish to be pronouncing it. See with the like an S or a K, first of all. Would it be a good question? Let's go into the upper stairs, I think, and have a look if there's more places which they might be owing money to. Possibly. Not necessarily, but maybe. Maybe so. House Redoran. Redoran Council entrance. This is really starting to annoy me. If anyone knows or has any idea how I should be fixing that later on, do tell.
Ask a commoner.
Ask a commoner. Yeah. Brassaia. Like a pizza stuff. Okay. Brassaia. Okay, I hope that was better. Okay.
What, Outlander?
Nothing too much.
Yes, sir.
I don't think there's anything more. Probably only those two people that I need to be gathering from that Sarandas fellow, maybe. Mayhap. Need to find his household anyways. And then figure out how to collect the money and everything. Yeah, I think I can go. So, can I assume that you are also from Finland? Or just otherwise no Finnish accent specifically? Dandera Celaro. Smith. General merchandise. Tirasados. Let's see if I can locate this place. Ah, Tarja Turunen fan, okay. So that way. Hanarai is a wrong person. Arani Orehti is a wrong person. Let's see if at least I can locate the
I suppose you're looking for a
house. Ian is around his
Sure
house.
I can
He's
help
here.
you.
Let's see if we can locate him. And see about his debts. It may be that we can't really do much about it, but we'll see.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Hello, Ianis Sarandas. Yes, I'm Ianis Sarandas, so you're here about the overdue payments? Yes, I would be here about the overdue payments. Yes, I do have some overdue payments with local merchants, but I'm afraid I can't pay my debts right now. You see, I'm a little strapped for cash at the moment, but I have certain very attractive prospects on the way, and I'm sure I'll be able to pay very soon. Threaten to take the merchant's good by violence. You clearly do not appreciate the finer points of honor, Outlander. No self-respecting Tamer would allow himself to be influenced by crude threats. I told you, I have no cash right now. but I expect to have it soon. These are the words of a gentleman, and I will not have my honor questioned by a rude outlander. Journal has been updated. Don't you mumble and crumble to me.
I got killed at war. Those boots are ruined.
The boots are ruined that you bought? Is it the boots that you got from that one specific person anyways? I do not know. Maybe. Changed ones, children's sky, the Cantonese. No learning of skills. Alright, you're wearing those boots right now. They're very magical boots. You could just give me the boots. They just want their merchandise. Journal. I spoke to Yanis Sarandas about his overdue payments. I tried to threaten him with violence, but he dismissed my threats and repeated that he didn't have the cash, but that he expected to have it soon. Made a brocade shirt and silk pants. Final payments in time. Get the... So... Let's see. Should I just be waiting for a bit around here or something to be able to like see if could be getting it later from him? Of course I could just try to start going and attacking him, but
Go ahead.
Yeah, but you don't have to give the gold. Why can't I just say to him that then you should be giving and returning the merchandise that you wanted? And then you maybe can go and buy them when you actually have the money. You shouldn't be able to just have them and not have the money to pay for them, dude. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, Yanis Sarandas. Hey, hey. Though I guess the merchants should really also understand that not just give the merchandise then to this guy like way earlier when he hasn't even paid. Don't know.
I suppose you're looking for a tavern. I'm sure I can't help you.
I can. Why did you then say like that? If you say that I think you're looking for a tavern, but I'm sure I can't help you in any way, then why did you even talk to me to begin with? Guard. What are you doing as well, like moonwalking backwards and everything? Yeah, I have a feeling. Yeah. I do have a feeling that I probably do have to do it that way, but let's see. Let's see if we can wait for one day. Just like hang around. And let's check today. And otherwise, I guess we have to try to do it the hard way. I don't know really how else to proceed. Well, or maybe I should just do this as many times as it needs and then he will attack me anyways, right? I probably will not be able to actually beat him when he does, but...
Say what you want or go away.
Yes, I will prepare for it. You will not like me soon. I ask myself, do I like you enough to tell you about this? Fine.
I have you.
You probably do actually, but we'll see. Let's see if they will accept this way of doing this, or maybe I should have been waiting. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be able to do much though. No blade skill increased. It seems very poorly fit for combat. You were the one who chose this way though, to be honest. You would have just given your clothes back. And I need the money. You have done this for yourself.
Die, Fetcher. You in.
When he is as easy as he seems to be, then I sure will practice some of my destruction skills as well. Okay, well. There goes Yanis Sarandas. Designer shoes. And was it the extravagant or... Which ones was it? No cash? Cash, immediate action. Well, yes, I so to speak did not take immediate action and then I take immediate action anyways, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but... And repeated that I did not have cash. Retrieve designer shoes, and this is brocade shirt and silk pants. So the brocade shirt and silk pants, these ones. And the glass ring is pretty valuable, I'll take that. You got plenty of valuable stuff if you just like would have gone and sold it or something. But it's mine now. Sorry, dude. Yeah, fatal action to his face. Very much so. Very, very, very much so indeed. Glass, jugs. I'll just take what seems worth it. I guess. Oh, hey, I'll get some more books to read. As long as we don't get caught by the... anyone that we would have done something like a stealing. I'm sure there will be a few, if any, repercussions. Yes, I'm pretty sure of that too, to be honest. I assume so. I should have my open lock. Let's have a look, see. Nah. Just things like that. I will leave these around here, no need for them. Just a candle. These sort of things. Is there anything interesting in anywhere in here? Not really. Nah. I can take the Gomberry, I guess. The stealing everything that is in Nail Town might cast some suspicion on your motives, but still. Well, I only do it because I had to fight him. I wouldn't have started to steal it if he would have forced my hand. I'm not taking everything besides. Just taking a lot, yes, but I'm not taking everything. Just almost. Just almost. Well, it's gotta be worthwhile for me too, right? Okay. Got everything. But officer, I had a quest. A quest. Quest even. Yes, we did have a quest. It was an important quest. Besides, who's gonna do anything with them anymore? If you just inherited them, is there anyone else who could inherit it now? That's a question. If there's no one to inherit, then it shouldn't matter who takes it. Really. Right? It's not like I'm really stealing. No one owns them anymore. The owner is dead. No one owns them. At all. And Jander, I'm bringing you stuff. Your shoes will be more precise. You probably don't necessarily like that I killed him, but...
Go ahead.
Hey, you're the legal heir now, by murder, yes. Yep, that's how it works. I see you have to design your shoes from Yanis Sarandas, and Yanis Sarandas was found dead in his home. I don't suppose you had anything to do with that. He's the 50 Drakes, I promised you. Very quickly they found out that he was dead. And I'll take the goods, but don't expect me to thank you for them. No debt is worth a man's life. Of course, there were no witnesses, but everyone knows you killed that poor fool. Don't think anyone here will forgive you for that. Well, he should have talked to me, but he didn't just want to give them. So what was I supposed to do? If you want the shoes, then that's the cost, unfortunately. And everyone here knows that I did it. You knew how this was going to go down, specifically when he was just like, nope, there's no money, and I'm not willing to give you back these things, so what are you supposed to do? Yeah, and got the stranger to do your dirty work. Well, Redoran are supposed to be the people who are very honorable and all that. Did I even visit this guy? Maybe I didn't. Alchemist, maybe he would have had something too. I don't know. We'll see. I guess. Don't pretend to be so high and mighty. Well. I need to fix this graphical issue. No, I think
Care to
you
tell
didn't
me
have
what this is
anything. I don't think you were something that had anything to do with any of this. I'm returning you the things after all. But otherwise, I don't know if there would be a way that if I just waited really long, that then could happen something differently. But or maybe I could just have paid it for him
What outland?
if I had enough money. But
My time is
well,
precious,
I
so
didn't
make
have the
it
money.
quick.
Just as well, your destiny lies with the mages, yes. I see you have the brocade shirt and silk pants from Yenisar, and I hear Yenisar was found dead in his home. Well, you got the shirts, nonetheless. I returned the designer's shoes to Letter and he paid me 50 gold. He had heard that Yenisar had been found dead, and he suspected me, though he had no proof. He did not seem at all pleased with the way I had handled the affair. Not pleased. Yeah, probably burned a few bridges here. It seems like it. But Redoran wasn't for me anyways. As unfortunate as it is, this is a pretty cool looking place and everything after all, but this isn't for me. There's flies. Flies over here. Alderun. Well, hey, we got some more money. It's a good thing, nonetheless, that we actually have some more money again. Armor 6 overall, this says. So, yeah, someone should tell me, is the armor value supposed to be higher? Better, probably. Or less better? But I assume it's, the more you have, it's better. So, while we're burning this murder spree, I don't think I would survive from that. My good Chim Chim. Besides, I don't want to destroy this place, but I guess the wind is really mighty sometimes when it just like drags the Redoran cards around, or they just like doing moonwalking. They like to do moonwalking. They are very good at it too, to be honest. It's not like I could do that. It's like they don't even need to see any effort and they can just glide backwards. It's quite something. Quite of a sight to see. That guy doesn't know how to do it. The one knew. The one especially knew. I don't know if Dolias is here. Chamona. Okay, wasn't this also a temple here? I think so. Guess we could go and visit in the temple while we're here. Not that we have done our pilgrim yet, so I'm not sure if there's actually any reason for me to visit there. Is it a cliff racer? Yes, it's a cliff racer. I'm ready for you. I hope, anyways, that I'm ready for you, that is. Yay, my block skill increased. That's nice, at least. No idea what Michael Jackson actually said. Yeah. That's, I wouldn't have idea either. I certainly wouldn't remember. Anyways. Save. Quick save at least. For the moment. Like, I had to do the Pilgrim's Path. But where were all the shrines for that anyways? Let's see. So, Shrine of Pride is found within the Ghost Fence. Yes, that's there. That's the last one that is mentioned. Valor is in the Radiman, but that was a difficult one to get anyways. Knesis Temple, but that is all the way in Knesis, that's not here. Shrine of Justice. That's there, yes. Courtesy is in the, yeah, Basel Ganal, so none that I can do here. Okay, yeah. I think that's just fine. Wonder where we want to exactly go from here then next. That's a good question. I would like to find the Ebonheart, but I don't have any recollection where Ebonheart was. which is kind of a problem, and I have no recollection where it is. Like, I could travel again back to Balmora with the Mage's Guild, but maybe I should try to see if I can explore in here. Just like this. Maybe. I could try. Where is my arrow pointed? Okay, that's like down. I would need to go that way if I would want to try to go maybe to Kneesis. Maybe. Consider that Kneesis did have a temple. I should also rest, in all honesty. Probably not going to be a good idea for me to leave without resting anywhere. But, hey, well, here was an inn. Could I rest here in the inn? Maybe buy a bed and rest. Let's see. Bed. Yes, I would like to rest. Go downstairs and use the first room on your right. Thank you. Very much. Let's go and rest before trying to head off. Our magic is, after all, really low. Really, really low. It's not exactly like we can rest here completely without having to... Well, anyone can see us rest here. Which is kind of not the most fun thing, but I guess it's fine. For now, let's do a quick little save and then try to maybe start heading.
Suppose you're looking for a tavern. I'm sure I can help you.
Like, that's so weird. And then he has to be right in my face. He actually surprised me. I'm like a little bit of a... Not like it was exactly fear, but I didn't expect anyone to be right there. But like, scare. Little scare. He gave me a little scare. Because he was just right standing there and all that. Well, there is definitely at least these cliffhangers around. So, that's a perfect name though, so I think I'll be starting to call them cliffhangers. You never know if they're actually gonna come to you or not, so they make perfect cliffhangers. You're almost dead. Yeah, he's the bright one. You just came out of a tavern. Remember that happening when you played too. That's funny. One of these peaceful little creatures around here who doesn't hurt a fly as long as we don't try to go and attack it. Well, I think so. It might have been that somewhere the pool netches did attack if you went too close to their herd or something maybe. I'm not sure anymore. I don't remember. Yeah, their spawn must be right next to the door. Hello, you.
My time is
Falanu,
precious, so make it
Indraden.
quick.
Your eyes are pretty red. What do you need? This is an interesting place. Yes, this is an interesting place. Like I said, Morrowind has a lot of interesting places. Please, can you help me? My husband and I were traveling through here and we were attacked by a pack of wild Nixhounds. Nixhounds shouldn't be that bad, but if it's a pack, that may be a bit bad for me. But I guess I can try. Wild Nixhounds, you say? Okay, there were at least 3 of them. They seemed to come out of nowhere. My husband, Trerol Indoran, tried to fight them off, but they were too much for him, and he was forced to flee. I tried to play dead in hopes the Nixhounds would find no sport in me. I just hope I can find Trerol before the hounds come back. I'll look for your husband then, I guess. I'm around here, why not? You're willing to do that? Thank you so much. I'm sure he didn't go too far, because the Nixhound seemed to have hurt him. I remember correctly he ran off to the west. But in all that confusion I can't be sure. To the west. That way. But it's a nice thing that you can see a lot of these different places. There's a lot of this sort of ash storm around a certain area, for a certainty. That's a Nick sound. That's another Nick sound. At least I found the Nick sounds, I think. Hey, that was actually pretty powerful strikes. I'll try to kill this Nick sound too, so that we don't have to worry about him later on. Die. Let's see if we can find the husband. Somewhere to the west. It's difficult to see in the storm though. If you see or find the husband or not. All things considering. That's an interesting looking thing. Like a Chloe. Well, because it's a sign. What's where? Bakmot Legion Fort, Alderun, Al-Caldera, Knisis, and Margan. Am I going the right way? Pretty much should have. And there was those sneak sounds after all, but I guess I should try to look even closer if I can actually find that husband somewhere around here. Can I? Yes. Firefern. Aw. It's already been picked. Some firefern. Tried to at least gather some firefern. Well, anyone let me know if you locate a Dunmer who seems to be hurt or lost, okay? If you spot someone like that, let me know. So that I can try to see and go and find them. Otherwise, I guess we just have to be investigating quite a bit here. I mean, no idea how far he might have gone. Where he might be. Well, at least we did kill a couple of Nick sounds, so it could be a sign that it was in the right direction at the time. That's a rat. Guess I can kill a rat? Rat. I knew you were a rat. Die. Good. Cliff Razor. Then into this direction, I guess. Look a little bit again. There's more of those signs around here. So difficult to see here very well, though. Especially when the night is coming. Hello, you. Have some destruction. There. Now I can at least cast this a little bit more often. Anyways. You're also here. Scrape. Yeah, I was thinking that this area should have some easier opponents, but I wasn't quite sure. So difficult to see here anything now when it's a dark time, even though it's not like Ash Storm anymore, but then it's just dark. Die. Thank you. Very much. Like, it's impossible to tell if there's something or not. Probably would need to rest and try to wait for a daytime because it's not like I can see anything this night. I was thinking that did I hear something very strange sort of sound, but I'm not sure. I think I'll try to rest for a bit. I don't even know if I'll locate the woman again anymore, to be honest. Hey, at least we've been able to survive here, so that's good. 9 PM. Yeah, just night starting to come up. Yeah, I should rest still a little bit more, I think. Yeah. Oh. I guess there's something close by that is dangerous, but oh yeah, or I said until healed, and I were already healed, so I didn't need to rest longer. Of course. Let's wait 7 hours more then. You paralyzed me. I don't like it. At least there's no more enemies in here. Okay. Now then. Let's try to keep an eye on if we can actually locate the husband. And if we can find the woman as well would be kind of good. That's actually pretty sweet looking when you have this much of a distance that you can see. And you can even see the Seal Strider from all the way from here. All the way like there next to the town and everything. This is actually like I did put relatively high distance what this should be loading up. And it looks pretty sweet, I gotta say. Looks sweet. Looks sweet. then I actually would need to try to locate those people again. She was somewhere around there. I just don't... I'm kind of wondering just should it be closer, considering the Nyx Hound was just there. But I'm not sure. There's some sort of a place there at least. Whatever that exactly is. But... guess I could at least check what it is. That there is something like that. I wonder where exactly I'll be able to find that guy, but... Redoran Ancestral Tomb. I'm sure he's not gonna be here, but while we're here, I guess we might as well try to go and investigate. Let's see, can I do a light spell when we get inside? Mayhap. So we may be able to see a little bit better. Well, I failed at casting the spell. Failed at casting the spell. Failed at casting the spell. First time I didn't fail at all, and now I'm failing the full time. That is annoying. Welp. And there goes my day time. Well, not quite, but close. Maybe I will not go there yet. I don't want to waste the daytime for resting there and trying to get there with a light spell at least. Let's see if I can locate the freaking husband somewhere. Now at least it's quite bright enough for me to try to see everything and see a little bit further away if we actually have been able to locate the husband. So that's something. It's again the situation. I hear there's battle music. But then it's the problem, you don't know if you should be looking up or down or where. Or one of the sides. No idea. At all. For sure. I'm paralyzing. Then dead. It's not problem alone. It would be a problem if there's a lot of other enemies. Is that something? Oh, it's one of those things. I don't remember if... I think there were also wild ones. I don't think I will survive against that yet. But I guess I could go and have a quick peek against it just for the fun of it. So I don't think I'll survive against it. But... while we're here... I know, Cliff Racer, you would like to come and attack me, but... I guess you are also able to come and try to attack me. Which is kind of a shame, but what can we do? Die. Soon. Mayhap. Well, takes a lot of hacking away for sure. Cliff Raid shard. Well, if this one specifically is a Cliff Raid shard. Are you saying it couldn't be a Cliff Raid shard? Though Cliffhanger is a lot better name. I do gotta say that. It's a pretty perfect name for him. Yes, I can save while that hasn't attacked us anyways. I'm not sure if... like, I remember some of these were with traders and the like, and those were not aggressive, but yeah, this is definitely aggressive. I'm not sure if I can survive against it. It looks very strange to battle against it like this, to be honest. I guess I can, considering it's going well thus far. It's just weird when I'm, like, battling against its head. It's a huge head that I'm just seeing. Not seeing its teeth or anything, I'm just seeing its head. Aw, poor little wild guar. I like wild guars. Or guars in general. I should have actually sold stuff, shouldn't I have? I'm carrying a little bit too much after stealing. So, I should have done so indeed. Okay, I don't see the husband here at least, and it's not like this is exactly west, I guess. Well, and yes, easy. Some things at least easy. It's like almost a day and night in a sense, considering there were those few things that were near the Vivek that I died 100% against. 100%. I had no chance at all. I was thinking that you were trying to flee, but then you come back to me anyways. Fine, I guess. I'm just gonna be hack and slashing you as long as you are alive. As long as you have to battle against me, that is. Another wild Guar is dead. Let's see. Locate the husband. We come back with the signs at least. Can we see any signs there? Not that I can see. Anything over here? There's a guy. Maybe this is the husband. Maybe it's a Bremen. Maybe. No, this is a woman. This ain't no husband. You are not who I'm looking for. I come completely in the wrong direction anyways. It's there that I would need to be going. I don't know you. What do you want? Well, fine. Then. If you don't want to talk to a stranger on the streets, then fine. I don't need to talk to you. I was gonna ask if you had seen a husband. One person's husband around, but guess not. There seems to be a Nick sound there, so this might be the correct way to go. Maybe, maybe. Hope so. And so the landscape changes into more of a green, lusher forest area and everything. You are a Nick sound who needs to die. Loading area. Nick sound. Husband. Anywhere inside. What is that blue? Is there just certain type of berries, mayhap? It might be this way. Who knows? Well, we've definitely gone for a long way to try to find him, or, well, tried to find him for quite a while here. If he was already hurt, I wouldn't think that he probably has survived, to be completely honest. Might be that we've just found a body. Who knows? There's something there. I don't know if there was a husband. 2 wild guars. No, those are probably a trader. That seems to be like a caravan. But if it's a caravan, then that's no husband either, is it? Yeah, those are probably tamed guar. Maybe there indeed isn't a husband, who knows? They're little cute guars who are just eating from the ground something. So cute. So cuddly. Would definitely like to have one of those as a caravan. Guys? Horse mouth. Where have you gotten your name?
If you want something, well, what is it?
Well, who are you? Welcome, novice Valensera. Tishorvent Horse Maud is my name. Master at Arms is my trade. I'd be happy to share a little advice on Morrowind lore with a fellow blade. Ah, you're a blade as well. Or maybe you'd like to catch up on some latest rumors. Well, do tell. I monitor smuggling along the Peter coast, and the job's too big for me. They move moonsugars, skooma, raw ebony, tumor artifacts, you name it. Through Laot and Narmok. With the ghost honeycomb, with smuggler caves, the Kamon Natong locals carrying tiny packages overland by night. I'll never catch them, but maybe you'll have better luck. Maybe, maybe. So you are blade. I'm a master at arms. I'm a master of all of the basic hand weapon types. Long blades, short blades, axes, blunt weapons, and spears. I'm willing to train with a weapon for a fee. Yeah, well, I don't think that's something that I want to do right now, though. I've gone so far, but haven't found the husband. At all. So maybe you're correct, maybe there's no husband. At all. Maybe there's not. I feel that it probably should have been anyways in the previous area, rather than all the way in this greener pasture, so to speak. But I'm not sure. It's a problem when difficult to spot him anyways, and there's no actual, well, saying that he probably went to west. Doesn't exactly tell if he's in the west. I doubt it was a ruse, but who knows, who knows. Scrape. Damn you, Scrape. Paralyzing me. You need to die before you paralyze me again. Jumpity jump. I was already hoping that that was a body, just because then it might have been the husband's body, but it wasn't, so... You had a lot of life in you, to be honest, considering you were just a little thing. Nick sound. Foul beast. Must die. Let's cast a little bit of a restoration spell, if I don't fail, that is. Hey, would that be him? Maybe. It would be into the west. Maybe. Maybe we found the husband. At least looks like it could be the husband. Maybe. There's also a cliff racer for sure. I was thinking that maybe if I try to follow the Nick's house more so. And it was actually Nick Snout who attacked me anyways. Yay, meditate on what you've learned. We're going to another level up. I don't like the idea that there's now also a freaking cliff racer attacking me while I'm still attacking this guy. Well, long blade skill increased to 50, at least it's increased quite a bit. Yeah, Serio 5 is looking for it, but before that I kind of have to be defeating cliff racers and everything. I'll just move towards with him my sword race. Well, what do you expect when there's two creatures attacking me? I can put it down now, sure, fine. But not before that. But that's Argonian, that can't be the husband. You're a false husband. Hello,
Prey
Russia.
approaches.
You hadn't seen the creatures. Greetings, traveler. Russia wishes you well and think you maybe can help with some pressing business. What is your pressing business now then? Yes, most pressing. I have you see a shipment approach. Fine cloth it is, to get to Aldrun, but I fear the business throws me away. Perhaps I think you and I might come to an arrangement, yes? If you will devil Russia's search, these fine, fine shirts. The Bivalet Redoran, clothier in Aldrun, she will pay you for your services, and a generous woman she is. I would ask that you swear an oath to Senation to seal our arrangement, though. Yes, yes. What do you think of my offer? I'm kind of suspicious of this dude. That he just cannot go and take these clothes there. He just cannot take them. I think that there may be something else than just the clothes. Especially when he's all the time saying that these fine clothes. All these fine clothes, just take them there. Since you're pretty close to Alderun. It's not far. Where the hell is Senitran? Yeah, to be honest, I don't know who is Senitran, so it doesn't really matter if I would be swearing an oath to Senitran, does it? Because it's not like I care. I don't know who is Zenithron. So many questions, so few answers. To swear an oath to Zenithron and deliver the shipment or not? I guess I gotta. I'm interested to know if it's actually to find clothes or not. So fine. I'm trying to find a husband, and the informant is anyway next to Altrun, so I'll be right there anyway. The only thing is that I probably have to drop something because I'm carrying too much. But sure, I swear to Zenithron I will deliver your shipment. Oh, you just indeed took your clothes off so that I will be delivered, and 5 exquisite shirts. Most excellent, yes. We will both gain from this. I shall keep my good name, and you shall benefit on generosity. Wonderful. Take care, Felicity. One should not take an oath sworn to Zenithron lightly. No, never lightly. Never lightly. Never lightly. Well, escalate. I was thinking that I am carrying a little bit too much now. Well, what do I drop? What do I drop? Well, exquisite shirts, then A. Okay, what am I gonna drop? What weighs enough that I should drop it? It's... Gore height is 1. I need to drop at least 1 more, approximately. That's pretty expensive. I don't wanna just drop it. Drop his shirts, lol. Yeah, I don't think I wanna do that. What's he going to do now, Zenithron, huh? Yeah, totally. I don't need to have the lantern class, right? Let's just drop that. Those 2 things I'm gonna be leaving behind then. So I take it that you have not seen a husband here, though. Where in the 9 hells is this husband? This is still a question that I must ask. That is a rat. I guess a rat could be a hat. At least a ratling, or someone who acts like a rat could be a husband, but... I assume that rat is innocent to these crimes. Or being a husband. Or eating the husband. He could have eaten the husband, maybe. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's why I'm never gonna be finding this husband that I'm supposed to find. Yeah, I don't need the lantern at all, so... And it's not worth a lot. Page 3, no. Rat. I'm sure you are at fault here. I do have to be careful because I have so low health. No. I guess I would have to sleep. And continue tomorrow morning then to search, because I'm not gonna be able to see very well on the darkness on the other hand. Let's go. No, let's not go. There's a cliffhanger there. It's going to be a cliffhanger. Maybe we will meet the cliffhanger tomorrow. The battle against it. Maybe not. Maybe yes. Hey, and we reached level 4. It's all suddenly obvious to you. You just have to concentrate. All the energy and the time you've wasted. It's a sin. But without the experience you've gained, taking risk, taking responsibility for failure, how could you have understood? Well, my light vanished but with the putting the points into that. It takes more strength, I guess, considering I still get 4 to it. What then, though? Maybe some endurance, that's not a bad idea or a worse idea. So some of that. And then I would like to wait a bit longer though. Like 5 hours or something. Just continue sleeping, snoozing a little bit. Hey, at least we've gained some levels. Maybe someday we could actually go and try to kill something in the one specific area. As in the actual mission that we would have. Oh, this seems to be some sort of a place. Again, I assume that you also haven't seen any husbands around here, though. Unfortunately. You have your own little guars. Trulen Fallen. God damn it, so many things that have been happening around here. Some hostile mud crabs tracked off one of my gar. That seems very strange. Have you seen how big a gar is? How could some few hostile mud crabs have dragged away your gar? Or did they start a battle and then they run away really fast, like the person, for example, who we were escorting in the early on? And yeah, and he just wanted to chase them even slower afterwards. I don't understand how this has happened. Hostile mud crabs. There's a pair of them that's been hunting my guar. Just the other day they killed one and tracked it off. They usually come from the coast to the southwest. If this keeps up, I might have to sell what I still got and move back to Tear. Where's Tear? It's also called Tress since it's a home of house Tress. Too hot for me though. It's practically in Argonia. Just else she's full of it. Well, apparently there's a couple of mud crabs that hunt her guar.
My time is precious.
Her guar are very... Why are you lady me, lady? Hate lying to me, lady. So they came from here, I guess. Maybe. Something like that. I'm never gonna find the husband. Never. I tell you that now. Never gonna find the husband. At least my acrobatics increases, so we can sometime in the future actually jump to the moon. We don't need to levitate or fly to the moon, we can just jump. It will be perfect. We can jump to the moon. No problem. You are a stronger cliffhanger than most endgame. Yes. At the end game, that will be our goal. Jump to the moon. I think that's a pretty good one. Acrobatics 100%, yes. Well, there's another noose out there. There's a place there. There's a rat there. You can see a lot of stuff, but I don't see a husband. That's the one thing that I still haven't found. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Would fit perfectly in this case. Because I certainly haven't found what I'm looking for. I've been trying to find one specific thing and I found many other things, yes, but not the thing that I was trying to actually find. This is a bit of an annoyance, but what can we do? Have a destruction spell for a change. You had the same song coming to your mind at the exact same time, and that's funny. Funny. Can I get into here? Do I have enough mana? I still only have 44 mana. I think I really have to increase my willpower, even if I don't get anything extra into that. Like, shouldn't it... Maximum fatigue. Intelligence affects the maximum amount of magicka, but I still increased it and still doesn't seem like my maximum is still only 44. It's really annoying. Maybe I just didn't need to gain even more levels. I guess. It's hard to get into there. Annoyance. I would love to be able to levitate in there, but no mana for that. No mana. Never the mana I would need. Acrobatics training though. Easy. Easy peasy. Totally. Got through that easily. No problem. Where am I? I'm here. On the map. I mean. Goodness. I just would wanna find this freaking husband. Then I could be happily going on the ending for today and everything. I can't do that when the husband is still missing. At least not yet. At some point maybe I will give up. I will give up on the search of the husband, but thus far I will not do it yet. I will try to find this husband, even if it's the death of me. Husband, where are you? Are you here? Are you there? Where are the... Well, I found another place. What is this place then? Oh, one was able to kill that Nick sound. Maybe the husband escaped into this place. There's at least Nick sounds right next to it. Who knows? Die. What's this? I doubt it. It's an ancestral tomb. I doubt that the husband would have escaped inside the ancestral tomb. I don't think that, at least it sounds very much like a good idea to do. Aw, magic is over. Ended. Magica no more. At all. Another Nick sound, another thing over there. Let's just rest maybe 5 hours or something. If we can safely do so, that is. Magica almost back. You can still well see at least in here. Maybe I should be going and looking into this direction. This is the little spot here that we haven't at least checked at all. And it should be in the west. From the previous location, that is. So should be a possibility to have him here. Not necessarily gonna happen, but a possibility. Have at you again, rat. Yay, long blade increases. At least the long blade has been increasing a lot here now. Just battling all sort of random enemies here and there. Trying to find a husband. Just can't use the magic all the time that efficiently, specifically when then I always have to rest. So many cliffhangers there. The more I use it, the more I will be using it all the time. That word, the cliffhanger. It is a good one though. He was supposed to be wounded, so he was supposed to not be going too far, probably. But, yeah. That's why I'm trying to go and head backwards, because I think that it should rather be closer to that location. It's just that I just didn't see him before. As such, she also said that she felt or thought that he had run into the west, but that's not necessarily going to be the case. It could be somewhere else than west. It could be to the north. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, come on. Jump into that. Yay, acrobat skill. Is that the guy? Maybe. He could be very well fitting into that description. Maybe I should have just reused the roads, but it should be easier to see from higher above than just walking through the road. Besides, I don't know why he would want to be just staying into the road, but it could be this guy. Are you the husband that I've been looking for? Well, you're a pretty naked dude at least. I don't think you're the husband. I have a feeling that you may be a bandit or something. I think I remember you from something. He's in deep read. I remember you, I just don't remember what you were about. I have no recollection what you were about. You will speak to me now, or you shall feel the bite of my axe. With this enchantment wears off, he's in deep read will just shed some blood. So what enchantment? A foul witch has given me some enchanted disease, leaving me rooted to this spot. She called it Witch Wither, foul temptress. I had been her escort. She was a big woman, friendly, you know. Then the damned witch enscrawled me. Ensorcelled me, leaving me at this spot, nearly naked, to display my shame to the world. His intimate braid is not accustomed to being mocked. stranger. I shall paint the ground with her entrails. Yeah. I don't have a spell. I can help you. I'll find you a potion that will cure your paralyzation, I guess. Can't leave just a guy just hanging around here all naked and everything. Yes, a naked guy. You have honor, Felinzarthi. I am a man of standing among my people. My father and my father's father and his father before him have had songs sung of their deeds, and I shall be no different. I distrust potions in general. But bring me one from a reputable alchemist, release me from this bondage, and I will reward you. Then I shall cleave that for in twain. Yes, I'd imagine it's pretty cold to be standing around without any clothes on. Well, at least he's a Norn, so shouldn't be that bad. I guess I could kill him. He has some sort of enchanted hat, quite clearly. But I can't do such a thing. Oh, well. I guess I shall protect you, naked man. Naked Norn, poor Norn. Well, just been enchanted and everything, but as such, if you go against the witch later on, it's very logical that something like that might happen to you again, to be honest. It's not like she can do that just once, I'm pretty sure. And try to do a little bit of a voice acting, but I can't do male voices properly, to be completely honest.
Dead already.
I hit him accidentally. That's stupid. Now I can't talk to him because of that. I can't bring you the potion if you don't talk to me, though. I guess I have to reload, but that's going to be annoying. What spot in the map am I? Yay. Should I really? I wouldn't run up, but I don't know if I... Let's see. Fell in tree. Let's see where my quick save is. Oh. I'm sorry. You have a loads of health. Normally speaking, I would never be able to kill you. It's unavoidable now. It's barely possible for me to even kill him. It takes me... Unless I train my skill, I guess. Fire is a lot more efficient. But I wanted to help him. I'm sad. The ice cap. Resist frost 30% on self. See, this is the reason why he was able to do that. Stand here, just like that. Easily. I can't take that though. I can't carry that much. But I don't want to keep this. I don't want to kill him. I want to do the quests. Sniff. I like doing quests a lot more. I should have taken the stupid cliffhanger future away so that I wouldn't be able to accidentally hit that guy. I'm gonna at least check if you guys don't mind the quick sec, because I would like to do the quest a lot more than just, well, you know, shouldn't be way too far, I don't think. Yeah, see, I'm just here. If you wouldn't mind, I would prefer to do it like this. Hey. You. Yes. Potion. Yes. Goodbye. Maybe I'll remember where you are. Stupid cliff raiser. Hanger. Causing me to be hostile. Well, it's kind of annoying when you just accidentally hit someone. When you didn't want to hit them and then they are hostile forever and you can't talk to them. It's kind of like sniff sniff sort of a situation. To me. Besides, why would I say that I'm gonna get you a potion when I then suddenly just decide to start a murder time? I ask you, why? Die. No one likes you, Cliff Racer. Yes, usually people accept apologies, but I doubt he would have ever accepted an apology, so it's kind of a problem. Problem there. There is plenty of area that I, in a map, haven't covered here in the west, so to speak, but like you should be able to spot from higher above anyways if someone is around, so at least need to be trying to find the husband for some longer time. Like if I would have again gone and failed to escort the one person that I just simply would have lost them, then that's like fine enough. That would have been totally my fault there. I didn't try to hit that guy in any way, so it was a little bit annoying. I think there's more than just you that is wanting to try to come and kill me, though. Maybe not. Okay. Hello, Tommy. How have you been doing this week? And welcome to the stream. Peter Clean Pants. Jumpity jump. This is where I was already before, because there's a dead Nyx hound. But no husband. Still, no husband in sight. Where's the husband? I just wanna find the stupid husband. Hey. I've killed the one there. Like, feel I'm almost been everywhere in the west that he could be, but maybe I just completely not been able to find it. That doesn't sound that good, though. Been okay, nothing too special really, other than having to deal with cliffhangers like these, because they are perfect cliffhangers. Die. Die. And trying to find a husband for last how long? How long have I been trying to find this stupid husband? Or way too long. Don't drop on my head. Hey. Husband. Anyone see a husband anywhere? Because I don't. Yes, it is the best monster in anywhere. Best monster for sure in Morrowind. For certainty. I'm getting slightly annoyed with this husband when I don't find him. I guess that's my fault though, that I'm starting to get annoyed of just not finding someone. But... tried my best to try to find him, but I don't. I'm gonna check a little bit more in the north, I think. A little bit. Soon I'm gonna be giving up though. And then come back to this when I have levitation. To be honest, the husband should be dead by that time, but who knows? Maybe he survives and then I can go and find him with levitation. Yes. If I don't find him soon, then it's time to wait for levitation. It is almost like he doesn't want to be found. Maybe he just wanted to teach the 5 actually. It's possible. Everything is easier if you can fly, yes. But yeah, it's a possibility that he doesn't want to be found. Maybe he just wanted to teach the 5. It's not the end, like, impossible. Maybe that was his and the Nyx house plan all along. Maybe it was. Who knows? Yay, athletics. Increasing. There's also already a dead cliffhanger. And acrobatics increasing. Jumping around here. Trying to find this forever. Forever. Yep. Made him 6 weeks later in Vivek setup with a new Argonian 5. It's a possibility, it's a possibility. Well, if we're not gonna find the husband, I'm at least going to deliver these freaking shirts, exquisite shirts, into the location. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be heading out, delivering these exquisite shirts, and see what's gonna go and happen exactly with that. And I wanna heal myself if possible. Of course, I don't have enough magicka. Whoever could have enough magicka? Who is attacking me? Where is someone attacking me? Whoever knows. Maybe it's not anyone important. Not really important. Who cares about something like that? Lizard 5? Is there something impossible of having a Lizard 5? Tomme? Is there? In this world? No one is gonna take Arcodian 5s? Oh, I found the woman again. And the Nick sound is right next to her. So that's kind of funny. That guy is still chasing me for no good reason. You. Hello, ma'am. I didn't find your husband. I did find these exquisite shirts. Yes. Well, that's actually exactly the truth. Very much didn't find the husband. Have fun battle with the lizard. Well, who knows? There's all sort of people, so some might like it. You know? Some might. Die. Slash, slash, slash. Just die. Yeah. So, about your husband. I think he has left. There was one Nick sound right next to you, but it didn't seem to bother you much. So...
I'm waiting.
Yeah. It might be right next to south. Maybe. Maybe I can go a little bit through this direction and see if I can spot a husband. If not, then not. And, yeah. Good luck. I didn't find your husband. I tried to find him far and close, but didn't find him. So I think he might have just left to better pastures. But let's deliver the shirts while we're here. That's at least something we can do. That's at least for sure something we can easily go on and do. They played you like a fiddle. It's possible. It's very much possible.
What outland?
It's very possible. I think the Clothier was one of these places. I think. I'm not sure, but let's see. Maybe. At least a word of shot. Next time we probably can even be considering trying to go and head into the... What was it? The Truma ruins that we tried to be a long time ago in. There's a possibility. General Merchant, Smith, Clothier. This was Clothier. Perfect. Yeah, how did they know Kira's addiction to questing? How? Stupid table bug. Or whatever. You. Greetings, Sarah. Bevera Örelet Clothier. Quality clothes for less. Stylish clothes for any pocketbook. Shall I tell you about my trade, or would you be interested in a little work? What's the work that you're talking about? I made a fire jade amulet for a customer, Ian Sarantas. I made delivery and received my first payment, but Sarayanis is behind time for his final payment and I can wait for no longer. Didn't you hear that he's already dead? I will pay you 25 trakes if you find Sarayanis Sarantas and either recover and return my amulet or exact their overdue payments of 50 trakes for me. You're in luck. I got it already on me. I see you have a white jade amulet from Janus Saranus, and I hear Janus Saranus was found dead in his home. I don't suppose you had anything to do with that. Here's the 25 trakes I promised you, and I'll take the goods. But don't expect me to thank you for them. No debt is worth a man's life. Of course, there were no witnesses, but everyone knows you killed that poor fool. Don't think anyone here will forgive you for that. Yes, I heard that already. Do you want the exquisite, like, stuff or not? Exquisite shirts? You need to LARP.
Leave me.
Mayhap, you mean by why a voice acting or so, Tommy? Yana's dead, baby. Yeah, I heard that one before. So I was typing, yes. Okay, let's see. What did I need to do? I have these exquisite shirts. I was supposed to deliver them to a clothes merchant. Where is this clothes merchant? I'm ignored and I encountered hissing deep red, standing alone the side of the road today. Well, standing is not the correct term. He was rooted to the spot. Yeah, that's a wrong person. Yeah, I've agreed to take the clothing shipment, which turns out to be 5 shirts to Pivale Teneran in Altrun. Maybe you're not Pivale. No, you're a wrong person. How many clothiers do you need in this place? When one clothier isn't enough, you're a clothier, yes, but you're not the correct clothier. Eesh. Ignore quests that don't suit your character, but then again, you might LARP a super good guy. Well, I'm sort of LARPing in a way, in a sense at least, if you consider that we just want money. At least for the shirts, I should be getting a compensation, and these are... He didn't want to give me the shirts, so I needed the money. I was really poor at that moment, so I killed that. And then, yeah, I did try to find a husband that maybe isn't that suited, but I was anyways considering to explore that area, but I left it now. So... Might, more like certainly would. Wouldn't even accidentally murder someone. Well, yeah, I didn't murder the one guy who I tried to accidentally hit before. Get at the eternal capitalist. Well, if we are so poor that we can't afford anything, we needed money. I got money now. I got at least 299 coins. So, it's better than nothing. Who is a clothier here? Who is the... Ah, goddammit. Getting stuck. Need to find a clothier. Clothier. You are the correct person. Fine. And if I get money for bringing these shirts back here when I was coming this way anyways, then there's no reason not to do it. Russia's shirts, take them. Ah, you brought the shirts from Russia. Wonderful. He does such fine work and he sells them to me for very reasonable prices. Here's a careful sword. It's a careful sword, but that's just smart business if you ask me. Thank you for your help and here's your payment. Belt of iron will. Huh, that's not money. I'm not quite completely happy with you, but it's fine, I guess. Unless we got the belt. What sort of belt? Where is it? Here. 45 willpower. Hey, that's pretty good. Decent. I'm bad at using these sort of things, but hey, we got a belt. I should also sell some stuff, but maybe I should sell these things in a different city, because these guys don't actually like me a lot anymore. Maybe I don't like Altrun either. Maybe I don't like Redoran. Maybe this is the reason that I will not be completing my temple quest lines. We complete the pilgrim, but I don't know if what Belisarati exactly thinks about the temple and the Redoran exactly. Yeah, let's just blow this joint. This place isn't worth our time. This isn't the Morrowind I was looking for to be coming and getting into.
Now?
Especially when you guys are also annoying me all the time. Saying that I'm probably looking for an inn. And then saying that, but you can't help me even though I'm coming out of the inn. Or walking in right in front of my face all the time and everything. Stupid Redoran guards. Ugh.
Is it necessary that you speak with me?
I didn't speak with you. See, now I speak with you, just to annoy you. But I didn't speak with you before, see?
What now?
Assuming I'm drunk, not letting me browse books. Yeah.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
It's pretty perfect, to be honest. We have had a perfect experience in here. Okay, there's one place I like well enough in here. And that is the Mages Guild. At least there I got just a very reasonable request of finding a book. Of course, sure, the book isn't quite here, but I got 250 coins to try to go and buy that book anyways. So it's not too bad. That's the one good thing. We will return, but we will return to deliver a book to the Mages place. Not to anywhere else. Where can I be right with the Silt Rider from here? Tell me, where can you take me, which isn't here? Travel. Cool Marga Knesis. There's a pilgrimage site there. We still try to go and get this pilgrimage done, so we can at least see if there's anything worthwhile with this temple religion. If there's not, if this pilgrimage feels like nothing, then yeah, we're gonna be giving up on that temple rituals for sure. Knesis. Okay. Good. No more Aldrune. Okay, but I think I will be ending here today then. Hopefully my talking about all the annoyances and so on is just funny and nothing more. But yeah, okay. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today on the Friday stream, even though we tried to find a husband forever that we never found. And I'm sorry, Tommy, you came too late. Why did you join so late? You could have come earlier, but you didn't. I can't really help that. You can join in the detective work on Sunday. So, there's that. But yeah, I think I've been reading and doing enough quests for today. Yes, 4 hours already. Already more than 4 hours even to begin with. And we have leveled up quite a bit. We have been now level 4 at least, and we're going into the 5th level decently well. You want a private LARP session? Well, apologies, but that's not gonna happen at least yet. Maybe sometime, but I don't know if that's actually gonna work. Private LARP sessions, to be honest, but yeah. But I think, regardless, this is gonna be ending here for today. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, even if you joined only very late, like in Thomas' case. And, yeah, hope you also enjoy this later on in YouTube. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time then on next Friday with some more Morrowind.